It's time to accept that this phone is a good phone, a great phone, whether it's getting support or not. So this is the ZTE Axon 10 Pro, and it gets no support from the company that brought it out. This is kind of strange because this is such a good phone. And if you didn't purchase it when it was $449 or $499 over the holiday season, I don't know if it's still that same price right now after recording this video, you missed out on a sweet phone. It is due, they promised that they would give Android 10 by January of the next quarter, I believe. We're in December. January 2020, but we're in December, and I'm hoping that it does get Android 10. Not that it's going to make any difference in the device itself, but it's just about keeping your word at this point, because this is such a nice phone. It is just really, really solid and all around, and I'm still using it. Just because it's not getting software updates, I'm still using it. And I've had this phone since August. I unboxed it in August, and I've regularly used it. And since August, I've had a SIM card in it pretty much 80% of the life of that time, just being honest, because I have to switch between phones to review. And I have 4 lines, so I can do that and still get a lot of use out of the device. But when I would leave the house, this is a phone I might throw in my pocket, put my AT&T SIM card in here, throw this in my pocket, because I know the battery life, like if I'm taking a road trip or something, I know the battery life is going to be good, and I know AT&T's network is really solid. So it's a shame, though, that this phone isn't getting the support, and there's no push for it either. If you just, let's just forget about software support. Let's just forget about software, security patches and all that stuff, and let's just look at the marketing for the phone as a whole. There is none. I'm surprised because this is such a jewel. I'm not just saying that, folks. This phone is hot. And so for those that have it, you know how good it is. I mean, you know that the phone is a really solid phone. But the sad part is, I don't know if ZTE knows what they have. I don't think they know what they have when it comes to a fantastic device. Like, does the main people at the main corporation even care about this phone? I wonder about that, because this is a prime example of a phone that directly competes with Apple, Samsung, LG, Motorola. You name the big dogs, if you want to call them the big dogs. This is a direct competitor for the Galaxy S10 line, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So why is it getting no push? Why are there no commercials? Why is there no nothing? This is such a hot phone. It's a great phone, man. And it's a shame because of the holiday season now. They were giving away a free case with it. You got the accessories in now that people were asking for. And there's just been no push. And I'm surprised at that. And I would just love to sit down with the people who do the PR and say, hey, hire me, I'll do your PR. Because this is pretty much PR right here. This is, I'm giving you some more ooh and ah on the phone. But yeah, if you just take away software updates and all that kind of jazz and just look at the marketing standpoint, this phone should be getting way more play and way more headlines than it gets. There was a push during the holiday season to talk about the free item and the drop in price. But honestly, I don't think that had any kind of impact on the perception and the mindset of all the other deals that was out there. So when I look at this phone, I think, oh my gosh, hot item, super nice, but people won't believe me by just me telling them. They're going to want to use it, or they're going to just want me to prove it to them that it's actually good. So with a phone like this, this thing packs, 6.47 inch display, 8 gigs or 12 gigs, 256 gigs of storage, Snapdragon 855, AMOLED display, HDR10, stereo speakers, Dolby Atmos, high quality DAC. I don't know what else, wireless charging. It just goes on. The list just goes on, and it directly smashes a whole bunch of other phones out there on the spec sheet. The hardware, folks, it's beautiful. And I'm still trying to figure out why this phone is not getting marketed the way it should. I don't know. Companies can only rely so much on YouTube creators to push their product for them. Some companies fall short in picking the wrong content creators to push their product for them. But you know, I don't know. I mean, I've pushed this product as hard as I can push it, and to this day I still use it because the cameras are fantastic, man. I'm telling you, it's no hype. I don't do the hype train thing. I don't say it, if it's bad, it's bad. You know what I'm saying? This phone isn't flawless, but if it's bad, it's bad. You know, but the bad part about this phone is no support, like no physical support, no support on TV, there's no nothing. So it makes me wonder why the company keeps bringing phones to the US every now and then there's no support for them. I don't understand it. So after saying all that, how's the phone been? It's been fantastic, man. Battery life, if you've never used this phone, it has these power saving modes here. You will get easily 2 days. You should. I can get a solid day and a half with no issues. I can go 36 hours on a single charge with high screen on time, at least 5 hours of screen on time, with no problems. When I need the phone, it's always there. It's there for me. I don't have to worry about the battery dying or something like that. It's just, it's there. So, battery life on this thing, absolutely fantastic. Now, the screen. You know, an HDR10 AMOLED display, no matter how you chalk it up, is good. Straight up fantastic. And this phone right here, the size of this phone is just fantastic. It's a good overall fit. It's a fit. And it's slim enough, it's narrow enough, it's just really, really good. And I don't know what a person would be looking for in a phone. The cutout at the top is super small. It's not very big. Because some people have an issue with that. But, you know, the display itself, beautiful. The sound that comes out of this phone, beautiful. It's just ridiculous. I mean, small things for me mean a lot, like the screen recorder built into the device, the software. That means a lot to me. It's just, for some reason, some people don't want to wrap their head around that this is it's time to accept that this is a good phone, whether it's getting support or not. Pause for effect. It's time to accept that this phone is a good phone, a great phone, whether it's getting support or not. All of us have some phones in our catalog. If we collect phones, or we do phones predominantly, or we just like to have a bunch of try different things, we all have a phone in our catalog that was super hot, man, but just didn't get the support. But more importantly, I'm surprised at how this phone is not getting, we're not going backwards. Anyway, display, fantastic. Speakers, fantastic. I mean, fantastic. Just loud as could be. No ifs, ands, or buts. You'll be able to blast music all you want with this phone, and you shouldn't have any problems with it. Yeah, battery, screen, speakers, performance. It's stock Android. I mean, it's blazing fast. I've yet to have an issue with software or anything with this device at all. Just nothing. No problems whatsoever. No hiccups, no fails, no crashes. Wait, rewind that. I did have a problem. For some reason, this phone has trouble running Power Director Pro. I don't know what it is. I was on a trip and I was trying to edit with Power Director Pro, and I had to resort to my other one that I bought, which is Video Show Pro. I had to resort to that. It'll run that product, but it wouldn't run Power Director Pro. Why? You know what I'm going to say? I do not know. I have no clue. That is the only software issue, and that's probably app compatibility. How is that possible though? I'm able to install that app on every other device, but I can't run it on this one for some reason. I don't know why. And I tried, uninstalled, installed, nothing works. So that is the only problem that I've had with this device, period. So after that, it's all about what's it like to use day to day. It's fantastic, man. It's a good size. Let me get my OnePlus real quick to show you here. Not that you haven't seen it before, but I need a skin. Bobby Cam, I need a skin for this phone, man. I really do. I need a skin for this phone because I wear the OnePlus with no case overall, but I would love to have a skin for this one just to give it more grip. That's pretty much it. Nothing else. I would love to put this honeycomb skin on this phone, but it doesn't exist yet. So the demand just isn't there. But overall, man, I feel like it was time to give another update on this phone because I'm going on, 5.5, 6 months, maybe 5 months, 4.5, 5 months, something like that. And the phone is such a good phone, but a lot of people don't know about it. And I'm doing my part. ZTE isn't telling me, hey, Jay, make a video. Nothing like that. I just feel like the phones that I'm using, I want to give you updates on them because doing an unboxing, doing a first impressions, doing a full review, that's fine. But the follow-ups is what mean the most to a lot of consumers. How's it holding up? You've had it for 4 months now. You had it for 3 months now. How's it holding up? Even my Pixel 4 XL doesn't have the latest security patch. Has the latest operating system, but it doesn't have the latest security patch for some reason. Galaxy Note 10, latest security patch, doesn't have Android 10. But this phone, I feel like, because they updated the Axon 7 to the latest operating system back at that time, and I was shocked because that just came out of nowhere, but it was a manual install. And a lot of customers like, what? I got to manually install this? You can't just give me an OTA? Hey, that was just lazy to me. Personally, I think that was lazy not to shoot an OTA to the devices. But I did a full video on how to install it, and it worked for a ton of people. But I feel like this phone right here, we're still in the first quarter of the device's lifespan. So I'm really hoping that ZTE grabs hold of it and doesn't let it fall to the wayside, because that seems to have become the reputation of ZTE with certain devices. Like, they'll have a powerhouse device and don't support it. And if you go into the forums, you'll see consumers saying, man, they didn't even support this phone. They didn't even support it. It's why even purchase it? I don't trust them anymore. And that's about what it sounds like. I have no control over that. What am I going to say to that? They're not supporting their phone. You think I'm going to defend them? I mean, no. I mean, you got to support your phone. It's more than just one person calling the shots when it comes to the support of a device. So the team of people that need to take care of that, they need to get on it. But in the meantime, ZTE has released other phones, other phones that are really good. I've already reviewed some of them on the channel. And are they going to get the support, though? Only time will tell. So this phone has a in-screen fingerprint reader, facial recognition, everything that you want in a device is packed into this phone pretty much. Overall, I can say that you might want and need. There's more wants in this phone than needs. And for the price point, here again, people aren't buying it for whatever reason that they've got. And I don't really care to try to figure out why, so much, or harp on it too much on why people aren't buying it. But I can just say that you're missing out. If this phone is still on sale, if you can deal with knowing that you have a stock Android phone that might not get an update for another 6 months or something like that, 3 to 6 months, I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing a number out there because it has gotten one update since I've had it. But if you can deal with that and know that you just have a ton of storage, great cameras, great battery, everything loaded under the sun for a cheap price, or a low price, not cheap, a low price, buy it. That's about all I can tell you. Just buy it. That's it. That's all I can tell you. It is totally worth it. Seriously. That's all I have. Want to give you a follow-up on the Axon 10 Pro. I'll continue to use that phone, whether they support it or not, just like I did with the Axon 7. And it's just going to be the hotness. For me, at least. For those that have it, you know it's a good phone. And, you know, you don't have to try to convince everybody to buy it. Just know that you're a part of an exclusive club of people who have a great phone that somehow got overlooked. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one. Take care.